Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share another Plan With Me video like I did last month for March. I really enjoyed being able to show you all of the different layouts that I used and also just the way that I organized my bullet journal. So I typically use about 4 pages for my monthly spread, so I can make a calendar, a habit tracker, and then I also plan out our monthly homeschooling and track my books and also recording YouTube videos, blog posts, all that kind of stuff. So the supplies that I am using today is my A4 Minimalism Art bullet journal. I use an A4 rather than an A5 because it's bigger and gives me more space because I do track all of our daily homeschooling stuff in this. I am also using Tombow dual brush pens, and I will link the specific packs that I have here in the description. I'm also using Prismacolor colored pencils and also micron pens. I use the 05 for thicker lines and then the 005 for those really fine lines. I went with kind of a rainy / rainbow theme for April because it seems like that is like the most rainy month of the year. I absolutely love spring, but I feel like sometimes I don't get to enjoy the weather quite as much as I might want to because it rains so much. But, you know, we get lots of pretty flowers out of the deal, so I guess that's okay. So here I am working on my monthly habit tracker. So there is a space for each day of the month, and then each line is a different habit that I'm tracking. So some of the things that I'm tracking are waking up early, working out, water intake, just different things like that. And I find having a monthly habit tracker on this front page here not only motivates me because it looks really pretty when it's filled in, but it also reminds me that, oh, I haven't been doing this, or oh, I need to be doing this more. And then I also track our homeschooling days on it, which is really handy because then at the end of the month, I can easily tally up how many days that we did school, which is perfect for tracking and reporting purposes. Also, for some reason, I seemed completely incapable of correctly drawing straight lines. I do not know what in the world my deal was, and I couldn't find a ruler anywhere. So I was kind of stuck with it because I don't have any whiteout, so it's okay. My bullet journal is for functionality over beauty, although it's nice when it's beautiful because I do have to look at it. But that's okay. It's fine. So here I am working on a Dutch door. I did this last month and I thought it was a really fun way to kind of connect the two pages together and kind of make it a little more decorative. And I just used some scalloped decorating scissors to cut it to make it just a little bit prettier. So this is our homeschool planner for the month. So I have it divided into 4 sections for each week, and then the top has like 5 sections. So for each week I'm planning out math, language arts, history, science, and then I have a section for other, which is just like geography, the arts, just different other things that we are incorporating. I don't necessarily follow this to a T. It just kind of gives me a little bit of a game plan so I kind of know what we're shooting for, and that is super helpful to me. Down below, I am working on like a little notebook page. I like to have a section below our planning so that way I can write down supplies that we might need for art or science experiments or whatever, and then also a list of books that we might need to supplement various things that we're working for in school. Over here, I am working on my TBR shelf. That was a new thing that I included in last month's layout, and it was really fun to be able to have like a specific space to write the books that I was trying to read that month, and then it also had enough space near it that I could kind of put like star ratings. So that was really nice. I typically don't write out a whole lot because I actually have a different section in my bullet journal that has like huge full page bookshelves, and it's color coded along with star ratings. So that doesn't matter as much to me. It just is a fun place to track that. And then below that, I have a thing to plan out all of my YouTube videos for the month. And then below that, I have a space to plan out all my blog posts for the month. And I probably have more spaces than I need for both of these, but it's just helpful for me to have a place. And I'd rather have too many spaces than not enough spaces. So I might be being a little overly ambitious, particularly with my blogging space, because I've kind of been struggling to keep up with that. I've been spending more time on YouTube than blogging. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we are on to weekly spreads. So I like to have big spaces for each day. Because for our homeschooling, you've noticed that I did plan out what I try to do each week, but for each day I write down all the things that we completed, which is kind of called planning from behind. And so that is really helpful to me to see all that we have accomplished, and it's great for record keeping and all that stuff as well. But I need a lot of space to be able to write everything that we're doing, so that is really helpful for me to have the A4 bullet journal instead of the A5 because it does have more space. But you'll notice I kind of tend to have bigger spaces for each day. I also like to write down what I'm making for menu each day and specific workouts that I'm doing, and I like to have a space to write down a daily blessing for each day. So yeah, I kind of need a lot of space on our day today. Now I'm going to turn you over to some music while I finish up these weekly spreads. And then at the end, I'm going to do like a slow pan over so you can see how everything turned out. Well, that is all for my April plan with me. I hope you enjoyed watching me set up my bullet journal and all the process that went into that and the completed product. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit like and also subscribe, and I will see you again next time.